running back Kalen Ballage, and offensive lineman Rashad Coward. So just starting out with Kalen, man. In terms of his signing, a little bit backstory on him. He was a fourth round draft pick out of Arizona State in 2018 to the Miami Dolphins. Now he's had what, three different teams in 4 seasons. Last year he was with the Dolphins at one point, and then the Chargers at the end of the year, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Jets. Okay, Jets initially, and then he went to the Chargers at the end of the season. So a little bit of a journeyman, but intriguing because obviously we know what we need in terms of running backs, and we know that we struggled in terms of short yardage pickup, and this is something that Kalen tends to specialize in, or at least that's how people are marketing him. So for me, I just wanted to hear what you think on this signing, man. You think this changes how we feel about the draft and free agency? You like them? No? Yes? Maybe?
I don't think it changes how we feel about the draft. I still think we're going to take a running back early on in the draft. Because with him, I think with anything we do with the Steelers, you're hopeful. You're just like, oh, man.
Got to be hopeful,
maybe
right?
the Steelers know something that we don't.
Yeah.
And then if you kind of even want to dig even deeper, whenever he was with Miami was pretty shitty with their running backs. You saw what happened with Kenyon Drake.
Very
so you
true.
look at that. But then you look when he got an opportunity with the Chargers and even the Jets. Dude, it's weird. He was
high.
Because the Chargers line's bad too.
Yeah, it's very true.
The Chargers line is bad. And you watch some of his stuff, and you're right. He does have that short yardage specialty. But what I will say about him, though, too, he can catch the ball out the backfield.
Yeah, I think
he can go the
20,
distance.
22 catches last year. So
I've seen him torch some cornerbacks, torch the linebackers at the midfield point, and then just kind of break it off. I don't know. He looks like he could be, if he put it all together, an every down back.
Yeah.
But are we going to jump the gun and say that that's what he is based off his body of work through the NFL up to this point? Because he didn't look bad with the Chargers when he got the start last year. I'll give you that. But I'd rather have Bell. That's basically what it comes down to. I'd just rather have Bell. Like, this isn't a bad signing because we do need some type of competition at running back. I think it's going to be between, like, as of right now, we have Ballage, we have McFarland, Snow, and Samuel. We got a competition between those four for 2 roster spots. And I think we're going to draft someone still. So that's what I'm thinking.
Okay. Well, so for me, man, I share a similar sentiment. I like the fact that Kalen does bring in that competition. More so for a guy like Benny Snell. We know with Benny now, this is on his 3rd season. Typically, the way this works, if you haven't shown that you can be either the bell cow or a legitimate contributor to a rotation, this is usually around that year where the team says, you know what, we're going to find somebody else. We're going to bring somebody in to just see if we can surpass you or if we're going to elevate your play. Now, either way for the organization, it's a win. If Benny Snell comes out and he sees this is competition and decides, well, you know what, I'm going to up my training. I'm going to come out here and make sure I'm dominant next year. Well, it's a great situation for us. But if Kalen can come in here and show that not only can he, excel in the short yard situation, but he could also bring something to the table from a special team standpoint, well, now you can see where the organization will say, well, man, we can make this move. It's a lot cheaper. And we can go ahead and have a fresh start with this guy versus, the lingering baggage of a guy that we wanted to be something that is just not really materializing into right now. So for me, man, I don't think this is going to dictate what they do from a draft standpoint. I think if any of the big 3 backs are available to us when it's draft time, in terms of Travis Etienne, Najee Harris, and Javonte Williams, I think if any of those 3 guys are there, they're going to take them.
Wait, are you hearing different rumors now?
No. When I say if they're there, not saying at 24.
Okay, second
round. Or it could be a situation
early
where...
second round, they want to trade up.
So, or I said that way, or it could be a situation where, say, Travis Etienne has fallen, and he's in that 15, 16 range. Totally different ball game. Now you might trade up to get that. Very similar to what we did with Devin Bush. You're not trading to get him if he's in the top 10. But if he's sitting on that board in that 14, 15, 16 range, yeah, he's a generational talent. He's a guy that, you know what, we feel that he's the best back of the bunch. Yeah, you go get that guy. So that's why for me, I'm just like, if they're available, I don't think that this signing is going to change their viewpoint on those 3 guys. Now, I personally still don't think they go running back first round. I'm thinking linebacker because they like to go linebacker. But either way, I don't think this move is going to dictate what they want to do.
Yeah, bringing him in, like if there is a running back available in that first round that they want, they're going to go linebacker or running back either way, not based off of us bringing in Ballage.
Absolutely.
What do you think of this move? I've seen some chirping out there, some comments about maybe he could bring some type of wrinkle with him to Canada's offense because in college, they were doing some wildcat with him at Arizona State. I don't know if that's possible
did we have
either.
A wildcat? Who was our wildcat Jalen Samuels?
Dude, I'm not big on that anyway. I'd rather just have Big Ben out there. I would, but
I agree.
now with Canada, a lot of people are excited about some type of new style of
Yeah.
offense with reverses and maybe some of this Wildcat stuff. I don't know if that's what they were thinking with bringing in Ballage. Like, he can bring that element. So, yeah, that's why I bring it up. I didn't know if you looked too much into it or thought about it.
No, man, I could definitely see that. I'm with you. I'm not the biggest fan
I'd rather
of
just
the
have
Wildcat. Yeah, I'd rather, if you want to run the ball, run the ball. If you want to throw the ball, throw the ball. But don't put the running back there and ask him to do run pass options and things like that. That's where you start tricking yourself. And I don't feel like you need to do that when you have the piece that this team has.